Hi, welcome to Charliebrook Southeast. I'm going to apologise now. There's not going to be any updates on the other layout, the new layout that I'm doing with the cardboard baseboard, because I've managed to wangle half days for the rest of the week. So I'm going to be coming home at lunchtime. So obviously I won't be doing that. I wangled it because I didn't get home till really late last night from my London trip to the cleaning convention, which was surprisingly quite fun because I got to go on some little bits of some of the machinery, and I raced one round the track that they'd made up, and the fastest time was 12 seconds and I got 17, so which was near the bottom. But it's quite scary because you've got to stand on it and you're steering it and it's sort of wobbling about everywhere. But it was rather fun to have a go. I definitely want to go to another one. Yeah, that was great fun. And apparently I've done really well, my supervisor said, so thumbs up all round. Promotion? No, there isn't anywhere to go when you're a caretaker. So no, there's no up, there's no down, but anyway, back to the layout. This is going to be a update on Charliebrook Southeast layout, the main layout. I'm going to throw something in to do with the new layout while I'm here at home, but as you can see, I'm in the loft hatch, so you'll see why in a minute. But I'm actually, you might not, because I think I'm in the wrong place. But anyway, I'm just sorting out the beam. Now, I don't know whether you can see, hold on, behind me here. See this bit of wood here, the lighter bit, not the darker bit, the lighter bit here. That's the first part of the framework to go up. And yes, I know what you're saying. God, that's really close. You ain't got a lot of room there. And I know a few people have said, like, oh yeah, that's 4.5 inches is quite a small gap to get in if you have a derailment or trouble or anything. But the problem I've got is, obviously I'm coming down on the inclines and the declines. Coming down on the incline? Going up on the incline, coming down on the decline. So it's going to be sort of, that incline takes 12 foot to get from 4.5 inches to 0. To then have to do double that, I'm going to have another, and it's just going to be too much, because it's going to be another incline or another 2 inclines, declines, because you've got the 2, and then I've got to get all the what they call risers to then take the first incline up by 4.5 inches. It could be done. I know it could be done. It's a lot of work, but I decided that I'm only going to have like the track coming down on the incline, and it's going to be sort of at the front here where it's actually going to come down, and the rest of it's going to be coming down anyway. And then I'm just going to have that oval, which is most of it's going to be by the hole, I hope, or near it. So if there is a derailment, I haven't got loads of track under there. There's going to be no sidings or anything like that. I was thinking about trying to put a couple of sidings in as well, but I thought no, I'll just have this over the track where I can, because mainly I want a full length HST, and okay, the layout is only, as I say, 6 foot by 8 foot. I could store it on the actual layout, but it's just going to be the fact if I can bring it up, put it on, and then send it going round. Hopefully I'm not going to be tail to tail because of the length of it, but hopefully there's a bit of a gap on it, so as it's going round it appears through, comes straight through the station. I may have it stop in the station, I don't know. It's just, hopefully one day I'll be able to enlarge Charliebrook and use the whole of the loft, but obviously some of it's taken up with the kids' stuff, Christmas decorations, and like I've got some of Charlie's toys up here, so when he's up here with me he's got something to play with. But yeah, hopefully sort of, kids grow up, move out, we can eventually get on with sort of the, what do you call, I could get on and come up here and utilise the whole of the loft. And also the fact that obviously, as I said before, we rent, so I don't want to have this massive layout and then the landlord said, oh, you know, I'm going to have to take the house back, or I'm going to sell it, and if we can't, not in a position to buy it, I've got to then take this massive layout down or leave it up here, and that's not what I want to do, you know. So that's why I'm doing this one. So anyway, enough of my waffle. While I'm here, I'll just quickly show you the new plans for the new layout. So if I just spin you around, hold on, I've got to turn that round. If I just spin you around, handy too fast. Put me on here so you can see me still if you want to. Not a pretty sight. Right, so what I've done is, down here, obviously I had the point, where did I have it? I had it here, didn't I? But what I've done is, I've moved it to, hold on, am I full zoom? Yeah. I moved it to there, and then I've got the siding, the long siding here. Excuse the boxes, I've had to dismantle them to do some work. I'll show you in a minute. And then obviously it gives me from there all the way up to there. Where's my finger gone? To there to do it, and then it comes up here, and then it can come out. And then what I'm going to have is, behind these boxes, the board goes on, I'm going to have just one single track going through, like I probably have like do a shed or something. So it looks like the train goes into a shed, and then it comes out off scenery, and then it can come all the way along this line here. And then what I've done is, where I had that point over here somewhere, I've moved it to there, because this is where obviously your main freight train will come in. Like, I don't know, I can't remember it now, I always forget it, but I've got my class, is it class 50? Class 56, something like that, I can't remember now. If you look back on my older videos, you'll see it. It's an EWS diesel. I could have that come in here, and then obviously the train's going to have picked up the coaches. Now, I was thinking about sort of how could I do it so it comes in here. Another idea I've just had is if I move that point to there, perhaps, and then just have a sort of track going that way, sort of, so you have a straight bit of track. I haven't got a straight bit handy. Sort of like, see if I can just disconnect this just to show you. I could have, I mean, obviously I move the point up and then have that straight bit of track like that. So you could have that point there with the straight bit over here. So you've got from there all the way up to sort of round here somewhere. I might cut track down and modify track a bit to make it fit in a bit better. And then obviously the little, because I have an 08, a little diesel shunter, and then you can come in here, drop the coaches off, and then come in, and then you can change the point, which will isolate that train to then bring, and then you turn that point up there on, and then the big old thing comes in, collects the cargo, and then off he goes. Someone said, oh god, about, oh sorry, I'm so unprepared again, about doing the shunting puzzle. I've got to look at that, see how that works, but I thought, yeah, you could have like cards, and then I'll have different colour carriages. I might paint them like some really outrageous colours, because I'm trying to do this mainly for kids so they can have a bit of fun with it. And then you pick the cards out, and sort of the order you pick them is the order you've got to get the carriages in. So you'd have like, say, red, blue, green. So if you had red, blue, green, so you'd have to have a red carriage, a blue carriage, a green carriage. Or would you have it round the other way, because obviously the train comes in to pick it up. But yeah, so, and then I want to be able to sort of take it to the exhibition, so the kids, because yeah, I know, you know, when all these brilliant layouts are like, you know, it's like my son, he loves looking at them, but you keep like, oh, don't touch, don't touch. I mean, obviously, you know, I would hope that a lot of the parents, grandparents, would be to the kids, oh, be careful. But I'd like to be able to have the kids to be able to say, you know, oh, I went along and there was this layout, and I got to actually. I know there is some people that do let you sort of control the trains and everything at the shows and that. But I just want them, you know, a bit of fun, you know. It's probably been done at a show before, but. Yeah, and then obviously up here I'll have the other line, which will not be controlled. I'll just be doing that every now and then. The train comes in, stops, then it goes off. And I'm thinking of doing a cassette system. There's, I don't know whether it's one of the Hornby magazines. I don't know if it's the latest one, because I've just got the latest one, so I haven't read it properly yet. But one of them has got this layout that's got the cassettes in it. It shows you like these. They're like a bit of track, say. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. So you've got a bit of track like that on a, for me it'd be a bit of cardboard, and then you just sort of slot it on, and then the train comes in and you take it off, and that's how you get your trains, and then you can swap the trains. And the other, because obviously this layout, I want it to be like a budgety type layout. What I'm looking at is I'm actually looking at the moment Lima trains, because I don't want anything flashy, anything, you know, it'll be second-hand locos. As I say, it's not so much the locos though, it's more I need the rolling stock, not the locos. But yeah, because obviously the rolling stock I'm going to paint myself in the colours, but that's what I'm looking at, is getting some cheap stuff, you know. It doesn't have to be fancy dancy, brilliantly looking, you know, because it's just for a bit of fun. There's probably people out there thinking, are you mad? Yes, I am. Charliebrook Southeast channel is a mad channel. Some people probably have realised that. Looking back through my videos, I have quite a, what can I say, funny sense of humour. The missus hates it. But yes, right, anyway, so there's that. Let me know what you think about that. I know this is a Charliebrook layout update, but yeah, let me just bring you round now to this. So there you go, on the wall there you've got that. I mean, obviously you'll have, let me just come right up to it so you can see it properly. Let's turn me off. Right, so the bottom board will sit there, the top board will sit there. Yep, so how I done that was, I don't think I've got it anymore because it's split in half, but I measured a bit of wood 4.5 inches long, screwed it onto there, you can see, probably see the screw holes there, screwed it onto there to line up with there, and then obviously because luckily that one protrudes out, I could then line it up. I found my marks, and then what I done is I drilled through there and then got a smaller masonry bit to mark the wall, drilled that, screwed that to the wall so it was on a pivot, got me level, and away I went. If I come over here I'll let you see. Now I'm scared, and there you go, level. I mean, obviously this one was level anyway, so I'm going to leave that there for a minute. And then at the back here there's this big beam. Ow, sorry, I just grabbed the blooming strip light, that was hot. So, and what I've done is I've done it so obviously the boards will be sitting on here, and then they'll go against, and then I've got this little bit of raised section here, and I'm just making sure I don't tread on anything. It's going to be a raised section, so the board will sit sort of here. So you've got this little bit. So, you know, I'm hoping that, I mean, obviously this is where the inclines, declines are going to be, but it just gives me that sort of bit to go to, if you know what I mean. And then that will go all the way along, and it's actually going to be longer, this bit, than the actual layout, because that's just over 8 foot. So, I'm holding the camera like I'm holding a gun. Sorry. There's my humour again. But yeah, but what I've tried to work out is I'm gonna have on here, don't know which side yet, probably have them on this side. No, actually I'll have them on this side. Well, I suppose it doesn't really matter what side you put them on, but I'm making up little battens to go on here to then screw in through here onto the battens. Obviously I'll drill pilot holes, because obviously when you drill into battening from, say, hold on, let me just come back, ouch, come back over here. Sorry about all this moving about. These are the battens. Alright, they're 10.5 inches. I'm hoping that measurement's right. But when you screw in, let's turn it that way. When you screw in that way, obviously you've got more risk of splitting the wood, I believe. So I'm just going to drill little pilot holes, just so it... But everything I'm doing, I'm drilling pilot holes. I'm not putting the screws straight through the wood. Because otherwise, you know, that's what's happened with the old Charliebrook in places. Even when yeah, because I'm going to have to take these off when I put these boards on, because I'm going to drill pilot holes through, screw, pilot holes, screw, but as you can see, I've got my notches there. But what I wanted to show you was I'm doing this beam. So if you just bear with me 1 minute, if I put the camera there, can you see the saw? No, let's put it there. I just want to make sure that I'm not going to hit the camera. So this is what I wanted to... I know this is a bit strange, but you're probably thinking, why are we watching you saw a bit of wood? Well, you never saw it. Sorry, my humour again. So what I'm doing is here I'm laying the original measurement, so I don't have to keep measuring. And then you're probably thinking, well, that's not the way to do it. But it's worked out fine so far. And then, don't lift it by the blade, Stephen. Right, and then I'm just doing a starting mark. Take the bit away. This is the last one I need, by the way. Sorry about the noise. And there you go. And then there you go. Just move that by a bit. Yeah. See? And then I always just, after you've cut, you measure. There you go. 10.5 inches. So I've got 2, 4, 6. 6 of them, because I'm not putting one on the, hold on, let me just turn you back round again. Hi! Turn you back round again. I'm not putting one on that beam, because I've got one, there's them bits for the, that's for the fan in the bathroom. So I'm going to start there, because obviously I don't really need one there, because it's supported there anyway. So I'm going to have one there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's my next job. It won't be today, because again I've got to go and pick my son up. So there you go. I nearly called you all Facebookers then. I probably offended some people. Yeah, so there you go. YouTubers. Yes, YouTubers. Tell me what you think. Oh, and also, I don't know whether you noticed here. See, hold on. Hold on. There. These long beams here, going all the way up, resting against my canvas. Yes. I've got 4 of them, because obviously the 5th one's on the wall. And they're going to go parallel to the beam that's on the wall. because then I have one at 2.5 foot, which is the width of the board from this back wall to the opening, and then there'll be a 2 foot gap because the opening's 2 foot by 2 foot, and then there'll be another one on, oh sorry, so that's one. There'll be another one 1.5 foot in because it's sort of there, and then there'll be one on this beam here. Where are we? One on this beam here and one on the opposite beam on the other side, because then the other one, the end one that goes sort of around there somewhere, is shorter, because I've got my curve that comes, you know, where it went at an angle and round, because I didn't want it sticking out, because my son, probably more me, will end up jabbing on it, either it be my side or my son's head. So I thought if I have like a cut off, you've not got a sharp corner on there, so he'll probably still bang his head. I'll probably be injuring myself a few times. But yeah, so I've got that to do, and oh god, what else have I got to do? Yeah, I've got to take the notches out, that bit at the back. Obviously the notches will be underneath on the bottom, and then the wood will come up underneath. I was hoping to get this middle frame done here, the frame that goes round, but obviously I've got 5 minutes and I've got to go and get my son, and I've got to tidy up. I might have to do that when I get back. But yeah, so there you go. That's all the bits done. So my next job is to do the notching out, and that will be Friday, because tomorrow we've got a meeting, so in the afternoon at school. So I won't be doing anything tomorrow afternoon, and Friday afternoon is going to be when I'll be next up here, hopefully doing some more bits and pieces, and yeah, so there you go. I'm going to leave it there. I don't think there was anything else, and I'll see you in the next one. And as I say, hopefully next week I know I'm half day next Wednesday, but the rest of the week I'm in, so I'll get some bits and pieces done. I hope the videos are coming out on my phone alright, because obviously I'm not going to take my camera in to work. I did think about it and I thought not a good idea. But yeah, so I'm doing them on my phone, so I hope they're coming out alright. I know the sound's a bit echoey because obviously I'm in that big room, but you know, the space is better. I'm going to speak to my manager, see if I can get the use of one of them sheds, and I can put a little bench in there and then do it on a bench, and then I can just stand there and do it, so I ain't got to crawl around the floor. So right, so let me know what you think of all the ideas that I've put across. Let me know if they're alright or not, and I shall see you in the next one. Okay, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Like, comment, please comment, I need to know, and share if you wish. Let's get this model railway community out there. Okay, thank you very much. Goodbye.